Chelsea will make a decision on Thiago Silva's future next year, with his contract due to expire in June. Silva became Chelsea's oldest ever player on Saturday when he started against Newcastle aged 39 years and 64 days. The veteran Brazilian defender made a huge mistake in the 4-1 defeat at St. James Park, gifting a goal to Joelinton as Chelsea collapsed in the second half. Silva remains an important player under manager Mauricio Pochettino and has started for Chelsea in all 13 of their Premier League matches this season. But Chelsea are thought to be exploring potential centre-back signings in the next 6 months, having already spent big on Wesley Fofana, Benoit Badiashile, and Axel Disasi. Silva has given no indication he plans to retire and is open to staying at Stamford Bridge, as his 2 sons play in academy teams at Cobham. Brazilian club Fluminense are interested in a move for their former player. Silva's wife, Belle, and sons, Iago and Isego, are likely to remain in Europe if he does return to Brazil. "I'm devastated," Silva said about his error on Saturday. "It wasn't a good day for us. I would like to apologize to everyone for the defeat, especially to my teammates who believe in me and support me every day. I take full responsibility. Let's gather strength and come back stronger." Chelsea are prepared to snub Fulham's interest in striker Armando Broja in January. The 22-year-old has been the subject of an approach from Fulham as they target a new frontman to replace Aleksandar Mitrovic, who left for Al Hilal in the summer. Broja is seen as a viable option, but Mauricio Pochettino is keen to use him in the coming weeks after his return from a long-term knee injury. The Albania international has not started a game since October but made a significant impact for Chelsea by winning a last-minute penalty in the 4-4 draw with Manchester City before the international break. Having scored on his first start after 10 months out at Fulham last month, Broja has recovered from a minor knock and is again ready to start matches. He will push to take Nicholas Jackson's No. 9 spot and is understood to be in no rush to leave Stamford Bridge. Broja had interest from both AC Milan and West Ham in the summer but refused to entertain a move away. "A lot of players would get frustrated with a lack of minutes, but for me, I know I've come back from a big injury," Broja told the Secret Scout YouTube channel yesterday. "I need to prove myself again to the manager, staff, club, and fans. I'm blessed to be in the position I'm in." Fulham will look to sign a striker as one of their top priorities in January. Willian scored 2 decisive penalties in their 3-2 win over Wolves on Monday and is the top scorer in the Cottagers squad on 3 goals. Raul Jimenez and Carlos Vinicius have both struggled this season. Stuttgart's Sergio Guirassy and Wolfsburg's Jonas Wind are alternative Fulham targets as they sound out opportunities from across Europe. Chelsea will make Victor Osimhen their primary target, but the Nigerian striker seemed fetched the club over £100 million to bait from Napoli. The Blues have battled for objectives within the head association so distant this season and have recognized Osimhen, who has 6 objectives in 11 appearances, as the arrangement to their problems. Chelsea are set to create Victor Osimhen their essential target when they enter the advertise for a striker, with Italian sources anticipating the Napoli forward to be open to a move to Stamford Bridge. Mauricio Pochettino needs to include a centre-forward to his squad in future windows as he builds his squad, with Osimhen at the best of their list after his 3 seasons in Serie A where he has made a difference. Napoli win the Scudetto. The Nigeria Worldwide, 24, is anticipated to have an inquiring cost of well over £100 million and may break the Chief Alliance record of £106.8 million paid by Chelsea for Enzo Fernandez, which could make a January bargain troublesome, but it could be a position Pochettino needs to fill long-term. Chelsea might confront stiff competition for Victor Osimhen from arms stockpile in case reports are to be accepted. A report within the Express recommends the heavy armament specialists have set the 24-year-old at the beat of their exchange wish list. Mikel Arteta's side have been emphatically connected with a move for Ivan Toney, but, concurring to the outlet, a potential bargain for the Brentford striker is presently in doubt. The article proceeds, mid-season changes as exorbitant as Osimhen or Toney might be extend as well distant for the Londoners. But Arteta and wearing Chief Edu are accepted to have characterized their needs ahead of an enormous move within the summer. According to London World, Osimhen has risen as Arsenal's primary striker target. The Napoli man is esteemed at around £125 million, which definitely surpasses Toney's £80 million cost tag, but his contract circumstance proposes that a bargain is there to be done. Chelsea are set to face Brighton in the Premier League this weekend as they look to bounce back from their dismal display against Newcastle. The Blues saw their unbeaten run in all competitions come to an end as they were well beaten by the Magpies at St. James Park on Saturday. Mauricio Pochettino is set to be without Reece James and Marc Cucurella for the clash against Roberto De Zerbi's side, with both players serving a one-match suspension. However, Chelsea fans are hopeful that Christopher Nkunku and Romeo Lavia could feature in the matchday squad this weekend. Nkunku, who joined Chelsea from RB Leipzig in the summer for around £52 million, is still yet to make his competitive debut for the club after picking up an injury in the summer. The 26-year-old forward was dealt a blow to his knee during a preseason clash against Borussia Dortmund in the United States and has been out of action ever since. Speaking about Nkunku and Lavia's recovery, Pochettino recently said, "It's difficult to say when Nkunku and Lavia will be back because we need to assess them day by day. They are in a good condition. Nkunku a little ahead of Lavia. He was doing things with the group last week, still not fully recovered to be part of the squad. Lavia has been nursing an ankle issue since he arrived at Stamford Bridge and he's still yet to make his debut for the Blues." Last month, the teenage midfielder was dealt a major setback on his road to recovery, pushing his return date back into December. Andre Santos is anticipated to be reviewed by Chelsea from his Nottingham Woodland credit spell in January, but directions will restrain his another move. Chelsea rate the 19-year-old midfielder exceedingly and are baffled he has played fair 7 minutes within the Head Alliance since moving to Woodland, with his solitary begin coming within the Carabao container. Suggested by the Blues can break the credit course of action ought to Santos come up short to reach a certain number of appearances by January. But the two clubs moreover have an inviting working relationship, having talked about a swap deal including Brennan Johnson and Trevoh Chalobah within the summer, and would work for a commonly useful arrangement ought to he pass the edge of appearances. Santos' same return to Chelsea in spite of tremendous midfield competition from Moises Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, Conor Gallagher, Romeo Lavia, and Leslie Ugachukwu. And used FIFA direction state clubs can as it were have 7 players out abroad credits at one time, and Chelsea have come to that number, restricting Santos's advance move alternatives to within English football. Porto are one club known to be fascinated by the one-cap Brazil Universal, but it is hazy whether there's as of now any chief association intrigued. Chelsea seen cancel one of their current abroad credits, but may confront monetary punishments or clubs vetoing any choices. Winger Diego Moreira might be a prime candidate for having his credit cancelled, having played fair 75 minutes for Lyon this season, but that would take in a toll Chelsea their sizable £2.5 million credit charge.